gunned down on a highway 5 years ago. Dallas police now say Yella Beezy hired a hitman to kill his one-time friend turned rival, Mo3.
Rapper Yella Beezy arrested, indicted in alleged murder for hire that killed musician Mo3. Dallas hip-hop star Yella Beezy is facing the music for his alleged involvement in the 2020 death of fellow rapper Mo3. A Dallas County grand jury on Tuesday indicted Yella Beezy, warned Markies Deandre Conway for allegedly orchestrating a murder-for-hire plot that led to the slaying of Mo3, born Melvin Noble. Broken Love rapper Noble was fatally shot in daylight on November 11, 2020. He was 28. The indictment, reviewed Friday by The Times, alleges that Conway, 33, intentionally and knowingly caused Noble's death by employing the alleged shooter to murder for remuneration and the promise of remuneration. Conway was arrested and booked into Dallas County Jail Thursday and charged with capital murder, according to legal documents. His bail is set at $2 million, according to a Dallas County database. A representative for Conway did not immediately respond to the Times' request for comment. Dallas police on November 11, 2020, responded to a call on Interstate 35, where several witnesses said Noble had been shot by a man with a rifle, according to an arrest warrant. The suspect, whom police identified as Kewon White, fled the scene in a black Chevy Camaro and was charged with murder. Noble was transported to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead. Rapper Yella Beezy arrested, indicted in alleged murder for hire that killed musician Mo3. Rapper Yella Beezy was arrested Thursday for his alleged involvement in the 2020 shooting death of rapper Mo3. Dallas hip-hop star Yella Beezy is facing the music for his alleged involvement in the 2020 death of fellow rapper Mo3. A Dallas County grand jury on Tuesday indicted Yella Beezy, warned Markies Deandre Conway for allegedly orchestrating a murder-for-hire plot that led to the slaying of Mo3, born Melvin Noble. Broken Love rapper Noble was fatally shot in daylight on November 11, 2020. He was 28. Conway was arrested and booked into Dallas County Jail Thursday and charged with capital murder, according to legal documents. His bail is set at $2 million, according to a Dallas County database. A representative for Conway did not immediately respond to the Times' request for comment. Dallas police on November 11, 2020, responded to a call on Interstate 35, where several witnesses said Noble had been shot by a man with a rifle, according to an arrest warrant. The suspect, whom police identified as Kewon White, fled the scene in a black Chevy Camaro and was charged with murder. Noble was transported to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead. Dallas rapper Yella Beezy's murder-for-hire bond reduced to $750,000. Dallas. A North Texas rapper faced a judge on Wednesday morning after being arrested for allegedly orchestrating the murder of a fellow rapper in November 2020. She agreed to reduce his $2 million bond to $750,000. Yella Beezy has bond reduced at hearing. Dallas rapper Yella Beezy had his bond reduced from $2 million to $750,000 at a hearing on Thursday. Yella Beezy, whose real name is Markies Conway, is accused of hiring a hitman to kill fellow rapper Mo3. During the hearing, prosecutors laid out the case for why the bond should not be reduced and showed new video of the attack. Note: a portion of the hearing that contained sensitive information has been edited out of the video. Yella Beezy in court. What's new? Rapper Yella Beezy, whose real name is Markies Conway, appeared in court for a bond reduction hearing. His bond amount was set at $2 million after he was arrested last week for the death of rapper Mo3, or Melvin Noble. Prosecutors showed a video of the alleged hitman shooting at and chasing down Noble in the middle of I-35 before getting back into his car and driving away. 44 bullet casings were recovered from the highway after the shooting. Prosecutors told Judge Gracie Lewis that the state has a witness who will testify that Conway, Yella Beezy, was part of a conversation about the payment for Noble's murder. They say he withdrew $40,000 from an account days after the murder. That state's witness will also testify that Markies Conway was one of the individuals responsible for a portion of that payment, said prosecutor Tommy Adams. The state argued that Conway is a danger and has the means to flee if he wants to. Adams also argued that the rapper drives a bulletproof Denali for a reason and, according to 2020 bank records, had $870,000 in a checking and savings account in one bank. The judge also listened to testimony from the rapper's grandmother, who said he could not afford to pay a $2 million bond despite owning a bulletproof Denali and living in a mansion in Frisco. "You're in agreement that your grandson is substantially wealthy, correct?" Prosecutors asked. "He might used to be, but if he could make a $2 million bond, he'd be out," Alma Jen Alexander said. Defense attorneys told Judge Lewis that the state had not connected their client to any murder for hire. "You've received no information of a text message, any message on social media platform, that our client paid for this murder, any type of remuneration, just this person who came forward and said he overheard this conversation," defense attorneys argued. Judge Lewis ultimately decided to reduce Conway's bond amount to $750,000 with conditions, including an order against contacting any of the victims or witnesses. "You are to have no contact, direct or indirect, no threatening or harassment of any victims or witnesses. If it's you or anybody on your behalf, there's going to be a problem. Do you understand that?" she said. She also reprimanded Conway for seemingly not taking the case seriously. The financial statement that the defendant was to put on file, he didn't seem to take that very seriously at all. "And that causes me concern about whether or not he's taking seriously the allegations against him," Judge Lewis said. Yella Beezy arrested. Dallas rapper Markies Conway, who goes by the name Yella Beezy, was arrested and charged in a murder-for-hire scheme connected to the death of another rapper. Melvin Noble, who went by Mo3, was killed in an ambush-style shooting on I-35 in Dallas in 2020. The backstory: Conway was arrested after being indicted by a Dallas County grand jury this past Thursday. He's now charged with capital murder while remuneration. Police believe he hired a hitman to carry out Noble's murder. Noble was gunned down in broad daylight in the middle of Interstate 35 in November of 2020. Investigators said Noble was in his car on the interstate when Kewon Dontrell White, while wearing a ski mask and holding a gun, approached his car. Noble got out of his car and started running away. White shot him in the back several times. White was arrested a month later and charged with murder. He's currently serving a 9-year prison sentence for firearm charges connected to the shooting. Dallas rapper Yella Beezy charged with hiring hitmen to kill fellow rapper Mo3. Yella Beezy arrested for allegedly hiring Mo3's hitman. Dallas rapper Markies Conway, who goes by the name Yella Beezy, was arrested and charged in a murder-for-hire scheme connected to the death of another rapper. Melvin Noble, who went by Mo3, was killed in an ambush-style shooting on I-35 in Dallas in 2020. The brief: a Dallas County grand jury formally indicted Markies Conway, also known as Yella Beezy, on Tuesday for the murder of Melvin Noble, also known as Mo3. Investigators say Conway hired Kewon Dontrell White to kill Noble. Noble was killed on November 11, 2020, in the middle of I-35 in Dallas. Police say White shot Noble in the back several times as he tried to run away. Conway was arrested on Thursday and is being held in the Dallas County Jail. A bond has not been set. Dallas: a Dallas rapper was arrested for allegedly hiring a hitman to kill a fellow rapper in 2020. Yella Beezy arrest. What we know: Markies Conway, also known as Yella Beezy, was formally indicted by a Dallas County grand jury on Tuesday for the murder of Melvin Noble, known as Mo3, in November 2020, according to court documents obtained by Fox 4. Investigators say Conway hired Kewon Dontrell White to kill Noble. Conway was arrested on Thursday on the charge of capital murder while remuneration. What's next? Conway is being held in the Dallas County Jail. Court records show he is being held on a $2 million bond. Mo3 killing. The backstory. Noble was killed on November 11, 2020, in an ambush-style shooting in the middle of the day on I-35 in Dallas. Investigators say Noble was in his car on the interstate when White, while wearing a ski mask and holding a gun, approached his car. Police say Noble got out of his car and started running away when White shot him in the back several times. White was arrested a month later and charged with murder. He's currently serving a 9-year prison sentence for firearm charges connected to the shooting. Photo shows rapper Mo3's killer on Dallas Highway. Rapper Mo3's killer can be seen running with a gun on Interstate 35 in Dallas. Dallas. There is new information in the search for the person who shot and killed rapper Mo3 in Dallas last week. Dallas police released a picture of the killer. They also described his car as a 2014 to 2015 black Chevy Camaro. Police said the two cars stopped on Interstate 35 near the Dallas Zoo last Wednesday afternoon. Mo3, whose real name was Melvin Noble, was shot while running away from the other man. A person in another vehicle was hit by a stray bullet but should recover. Police are still looking for the shooter of the Dallas-based rapper. Anyone with information is asked to call the Dallas Police Department Homicide Unit at 214-671-3616. Mo3 was most notable for his hit Everybody remix, a collaboration with Boozy Badass. Boozy was also shot in Dallas a day after attending a vigil for Mo3. Few details about the shooting were released, but sources confirmed he was treated at a hospital after being shot in the leg while in a car in Central Oak Cliff. His injuries were not life-threatening. Rapper Mo3 shot dead on Dallas Highway. Dallas police declined to publicly confirm the rapper, 28, was killed in the shooting, but did release a narrative of the incident. Dallas. Rapper Mo3 was shot dead on a Dallas highway on Wednesday. Sources tell FLX4. The rapper, whose real name was Melvin Noble, was killed midday in an incident on northbound Interstate 35 near Clarendon Drive. Dallas police declined to publicly confirm the rapper, 28, was killed in the shooting, but did release a narrative of the incident. Police said he was in a vehicle on I-35 just before noon when a suspect approached Mo3's car. Both men stopped their vehicles. The victim got out and started running but was shot several times on the highway. A bystander inside another vehicle was struck as well. Police say that person did not suffer life-threatening injuries. Police are still looking for the shooter of the Dallas-based rapper. Video circulating on social media purports to show Mo3 lying on the highway as someone tries to help him after being shot. Mo3 had previously said that he was the victim of a non-fatal 2019 shooting. Mo3's most notable hit was Everybody Remix, collaboration with Boozy Badass. Dallas PD making headway with 911 response times. Update crime reduction plan. By Lori Brown and Alex Boyer, published November 9, 2025, 32 p.m. Central Standard Time. Dallas Police Department FLX4. Dallas PD gives update on crime reduction plan. Dallas police are under pressure to reduce violent crime and the soaring murder rate, but there is good news toward one part of that goal. Dallas police are under pressure to reduce violent crime and the soaring murder rate, but there is good news toward one part of that goal. The Dallas Police Department is adding additional detective to its homicide and crimes against persons unit to help with the rising caseload. On Monday, the Dallas Police Command staff briefed the Public Safety Committee on the latest crime stats. The challenge continues to be aggravated assaults and our murders, showing great reductions in business robberies as well as individual robberies, explained Dallas Deputy Asked Chief Tina Schultz. Leaders with the Dallas Police Department say they are finally making headway with 911 response times, getting to the most urgent calls faster. As the city prepares to find its next police chief, leaders with Dallas PD told council members on Monday that response times to priority 1 and 2 calls have finally significantly improved. Response times for priority 1 calls are down by about 2 minutes compared with a year ago. Several factors are credited with the improvement. One big factor is the department diverting more calls to its online reporting system. Right now, 7% of calls are being handled either online or over the phone, reducing officer travel time. The goal is to top that number out at 11% of calls. Response time is improving, but there is another issue getting attention. In October, there were 31 homicides in the city Dallas, including the murder of an SMU student walking through downtown Dallas on Halloween. The city already has 211 homicides so far this year, which is up from 177 a year ago at this time when homicides were the highest in a decade. Last month, there were 574 aggravated assaults. What we're seeing is our aggravated assaults are driving our high crime numbers, and essentially I mean the aggravated assaults could have been one step away from committing a murder, said Dallas City Councilwoman Jennifer Staubach Gates. Council members are concerned with the high number of violent repeat offenders being released from jail just days after their arrests. This is a wide-open gap where the problems are in our community and the reason our violent crime continues to go up, and our murder rate has been higher than in forever, said Dallas City Councilman Adam McCaw. Like we know we see it, and all we're doing is reporting a problem each month. It's a frustration echoed by the Dallas Police Association President Mike Mata. So they're going out there and committing more felony acts. What do they have to lose? Mata said, "You've got to remember violent crime comes from three areas: gangs, guns, and drugs. And if we're not effectively targeting those areas, and we're not proactively, these violent crimes and murders will not reduce." The search for a new police chief is underway. The mayor has not commented publicly about the violent crime stats, but in a tweet said improvements being done by the city in outdoor lighting with enhanced public safety.